Hello friends, I am Dr. Amit Gangwal, Associate Professor at SVK Ames Institute of Pharmacy, Dhule. This is our final video in the series of molecular representation, which is essential step before training the machine learning model or deep learning model for training the model from viewpoint of drug discovery through AI technology. The technique is called molecular representation. Earlier we have seen two videos in this series. This is final or concluding video in this series. But as we all know, world over scientists are trying to make more and more easy way to represent drug molecule in a machine readable format. So as and when there will be latest development, I will make few more videos in this series and I will upload into the same the playlist of my YouTube channel. So without doing much formality, we proceed for this video. So in this video, I have taken a screenshot of latest hottest article from various reputed publishing houses on the topic of molecular representation. So this is the paper published in Nature with the title Generative Molecular Design in Low Data Regimes. So if you want to learn representation of molecules for generative type of machine learning or deep learning model, you should read this article which is available on the website. One screenshot, one image I have taken from this paper. I am thankful to this publishing house, and you see three portions of this image, A, B and C. So we all know what is molecular graph. We convert this molecular graph into Ismail string. From Ismail string you can go for one hot encoding. Each molecule is translated into a Ismail string from its molecular graph. Combined with a start token G and an end token E, Ismail strings are presented as an input to the CLM, that is chemical language model. So here training is like natural language processing, where we learn to frame sentence based on the neighborhood of the words or the individual letters. Another image is B. The CLM, that is chemical language model, learn the feature distribution of the dataset by predicting each token from the preceding token in a Ismail string. Means Ismail is simplified molecular input line enter system, a way to represent molecular structure in a linear pattern. So how the next letter or the next atom or next bond comes in the series of Ismail based on the earlier experience or the earlier token. Token means individual member of the string or the Ismail. Now for de novo molecule generation, that is generative type of machine learning or deep learning model, we have to go for repeatedly sampling token from the learned distribution until the end token is sampled, indicating the completion of the new Ismail string. So here you are seeing here de novo means to design a molecule from scratch. So for this you have to go for repeatedly sampling from the latent space. For example autoencoder, in that case the molecule will be designed or framed based on the earlier experience and continuous sampling from the latent space. Another article, that is a review on compound protein interaction predicting methods, data, format, representation and model. Very good paper for learning molecular representation. So here again, as I told you, this is the concluding video in the series of how chemicals are seen by machine. So here a string, that is simple Ismail, selfies and smarts. Second is B, that is fingerprint, in which we convert the molecule in terms of binary vector, that is 1 or 0. If 1 is there, it indicates some feature in this molecule. If 0, it is missing in that particular area or motif or substructure. And C is graph, that is a way to represent a way to show the connection between various data points. So we talk about A, string based methods that translate compounds into context aware strings. Means String means a series or the line rope-like structure, context aware. Each each upcoming letter or symbol or sentence, I mean the word or atom or bond, is much aware about the preceding sequence. Based on that preceding sequence or token, the ongoing system decides what should be the next letter or symbol or bond or the word in a sentence, if you talk about natural language processing, right? So smarts is based on smiles, which focuses on localized substructure. On the other hand, selfies produce a string that guarantees valid molecular structure. Now B is a fingerprint, that is chemical fingerprint, which encodes a compound into a binary bit vector. Vector means a way to represent your input features. Binary means either 1 or 0. It is done by comparing the compound with predefined set of substructures. Third is graphical representation, about which already we have discussed in detail in our earlier video, that is series 2 video. Graphical representation of chemical compounds transform the input molecule into a set of matrices, adjacency matrix and node feature matrix. Already we have seen the meaning of these two in our earlier video. Another image from the same paper, formats and corresponding encoding schemes of proteins. A string, this is the protein sample. Here you can see this is data of protein, that is amino acids. String represent proteins as amino acid sequence. Evolutionary information, that is B, which encode protein considering its evolutionary information, and C is graph. It is very interesting. So this is the structure of protein in 3D fashion, and this is sequentially connected graph. These are the amino acids, and these are the feature vector. This particular elongated structure shows the feature of this particular node or vertex or amino acid with reference to its neighborhood also. So graph here indicate which encode protein structure, whether by considering sequentially connected relations, this is middle, or by calculating the spatial distances between the residues, as I told you. Another revision, data preparation. These are basically the steps in deep learning or machine learning application, or how machine learning or deep learning models are trained. The first step is data preparation. We all know whatever may be the use cases of machine learning, 80% time is spent on data collection, data pre-processing, data curation, and only 20% is dedicated for model training, testing and fine-tuning before deployment. So what is data preparation? You have to take the structures of chemical from drug bank for zinc, or from Campbell or other available paid or publicly available data source. So this is your chemical structure. You will convert into string or fingerprint or molecular graph, right? This is the ligand or the drug like structures. They are key. Now we have to find a protein or receptor structure in which perfectly these keys can be fit, because we all know drug works based on the lock and key arrangement. So this is protein structure. You have to change into string. This is the individual amino acids. Then you will go for graph structure and evolutionary information. So these two are the input or X or independent variable. This will decide the property. Now, using these inputs, you will train machine learning models, basically, which are like decision tree, regression, logistic regression, or linear regression, or what we call it, support vector machine. They are the basic machine learning models. If we have to go for generative type of deep learning model, you have to go for recurrent neural network, convolutional neural network, or GANs, that is generative adversarial network, or autoencoder. So we all know RNN is utilized for processing sequential data like smiles or sentences or other type of similar structure. CNN are basically famous or very productive when the database or when the input features or the input or X is related to image or molecular graph. If CNN is fine-tuned to process the input in terms of graph or molecular graph, they are called convolutional graph neural network. And if you have to go for generative models, you will use GAN, that is generative adversarial network, or autoencoder and its variation, that is adversarial autoencoder or variational autoencoder. So this is your input data, this is your machine learning model. After machine learning model, you will get the result in terms of binding affinity. If your drug like molecule, or if your the newly novel synthesized, if your novel drug like molecule given by deep generative model is fitting or binding with the protein, then there will be two outputs. Yes, it is binding or not binding. If it is binding or not binding, it will be called a classification type of problem. Or if you are identifying, if you are interested in noting down the binding energy score or other score, docking score, affinity score, then it will be a problem which is called regression type of problem. So just I have summarized, this is summary of the earlier image. Another beautiful paper recently published in Journal of Medicinal Chemistry, Learning Molecular Representation for Medicinal Chemistry. As I told you, this is our third and final video, but I will keep posting video on this topic of molecular representation, because scientists are busy, scientists are engaged in finding every day, I mean every now and then they are busy to launch new type of molecular representation for easier and faster application in deep learning for training the models. Another paper, molecular representation going long on fingerprints. This can also be seen by you from this journal Chem, published in June 2020. From this paper, I have taken this infographics which indicate various type of presentation. So you have this chemical structure in a 1D structure. This is 2D fashion. This is 2.5D graph, and if it shows the spatial arrangement, it will be called 3D conformer. Now this is information with you. This is information with you. Now you will convert this molecule into machine readable pattern. So the first option is one hot encoding. We have seen what is the meaning of this. So for example, this is histine. If this particular the first square is black, it is histine or arginine. Likewise, this is called one hot encoding. Then this is fingerprint. This is graph, already we have seen. Simple image, if you are going for CNN, that is convolutional neural network, you can go for CNN. This is expert description. This is here involvement of humans will be there. Rule based feature vector will be decided in this expert description. We have Ismail pattern, we have Coulomb matrix, voxel and spatial coordinates. So if you are going for converting in 1D fashion, you have to go for one hot encoding. If you are converting 2D graph, you have three options: fingerprint, graph, and expert description, and Ismail for that matter. If you are going for 3D conformer, you can go for Coulomb matrix, voxel, or spatial coordinate. In case of 2D graph, you have option of fingerprint, attributed graph, image, expert description, and Ismail as well. Now, based on your type of machine learning model, type of data, and type of interest, if you are going for de novo drug designing, you have to go for definitely complex type of deep learning model like autoencoder, or if you are going for simple classification type of problem, you can use simple model as well, right? And finally, this is MFF, that is fingerprinting. You will go for this type of pattern. So this is summary of entire molecular representation and machine learning model. Already I have just discussed you the theoretical information, that is different type of structures, then conversion, and third is regression models, and fourth is multiple fingerprint feature representing that connect then concatenates several representation of 2D molecular structure. Now, very beautiful image I have taken from the same paper. You see the image A. This is A. This one, recurrent neural network, which can be used basically for molecular representation of molecule from sequence based data such as Ismail. As I told you, RNN is basically for processing the sequential type of data, for example words, numbers, sentences or smiles, in which the next token or next number, next symbol, next atom, next bond is entirely based on the earlier input. This is called sequential data. For example, if you know the sentence is in present tense and you have to tell I am going, so if I is there, going is there, definitely RNN will choose the token A and M, that is M, because it knows the grammatical rules and regulations as per training during the model development stage. Second is graph neural network. So this is structure of benzene. For example, 6 nodes are there, that is 6 atoms are there, that is 6 vertices are there. So this particular feature vector indicates the property of this particular atom. Likewise, 6 feature vector for 6 atoms. Now you are aggregating information from local context. So you are make this particular atom will this particular atom's feature vector will be modified based on immediate neighbors 1 and 2. So this is modified feature vector. Ultimately this will become like this: update node embeddings through convolutional layer. So through convolutional neural network you will keep updating the feature vector of this atom considering the neighborhood or the vicinity area, vicinity properties, and you will keep doing like this continuously. So ultimately you will get 6 feature vectors, each represents the individual atom and their vicinity or its vicinity. This is the beauty of graph neural network. Directly you can train your machine learning model on these type of molecular structure, that is inputs. So this last image I have taken from same paper, it indicates, so this is the input, this is input number 1, input number 2 and input number 3, right? So on the left side this is left side, you are seeing the traditional approach for machine learning or model training, and they are the recent or latest or deep learning type of methods. So this is the image of dog. So this is a type of problem of computer vision. Through machine learning or through system, you want to identify whether the image is of dog or not. So here you have to take manually, you have to extract the features, right? So okay, if it has eyes, okay, it has nose, it has ears. If these are the features, then you will train traditional machine learning algorithm, for example logistic regression. If it has 2 eyes, 2 nose and 2 eyes, 2 ear and 1 nose, and based on their pixels and shape and distances between 2 eyes, 1 nose and another ear, so and so is the feature, then okay, you will train the model and model will identify, okay, it is dog. On the other hand, in case of deep learning models or recent advances in the machine learning, you have not to do anything, just you have to submit this image in the pixel format to the CNN, that is convolutional neural network, and the initial hidden layers will take only simpler feature, that is the edges and boundaries. Then further dense deep layer will be responsible for extracting features responsible for making the image of dog. It is like that only, right? So similarly, in another way, you have one sentence: the quick brown fox jump over the lazy dog. So here it is the problem of sentence framing. So you have to train individually, like for each word you have to make one feature vector. It is not the case in case of autoencoder. This is the autoencoder. Same is problem with this structure. So here you have to make rule based structure. Like here, okay, it has hydrogen bond, so this is the symbol. Has aromatic, so it is a symbol. Has nitrogen, this is symbol. This is the feature vector. This is the traditional or classical machine learning or feature engineering. In case of deep learning or modern machine learning, as I told you, directly you can train your machine learning model or deep learning model on the molecular structure by converting it into molecular graph. So whatever I have explained you in the last image summarized here. So with this we finish molecular representation. So in these 3 videos we have seen fingerprinting way to convert molecule in machine readable pattern. We have seen the SMILES, we have seen molecular graph, Coulomb's matrix, voxel, and other type of way to represent the molecule before training machine learning model. Thank you very much.